Even the shuyukh, Nera, no, close, starts with N. Nineveh, he got it. MashaAllah. I'm just going to throw it, sorry. So he was sent to Nineveh. So basically, he went towards his people, and what was he telling his people? What was he telling the people of the city? What were they doing wrong? Who can tell me? What were yes. Worshipping idols. Yes, they were worshipping, sorry, I just got to practice catch today. They were worshipping idols. And so, Yunus alayhi salam, when he told them to worship Allah, instead of worshipping idols, what did the people respond to him with? What did the people say back to him? Let's have a brother this time. Yes?
The idols are our gods.
Yeah, the idols are our gods. They made fun of him, right? They made fun of him, they laughed at him, they mocked him. And so Yunus alayhi salam, he was warning his people that if they don't do something, what's going to happen? What was Yunus warning his people about? Someone different. Yes. Okay, anyone else? From sister's side, brother's side? Remember, parents, you're allowed to answer too for your yes? Yes, adab. He was warning them of punishment if they weren't going to change their ways. And so Yunus alayhi salam, he tried to advise his people, but what happened after he tried so long? What did Yunus alayhi salam do? Did he keep on going? What happened? Yes. He goes, but what happened? So did he keep on going, or did he give up? He gave up. Yeah, he gave up. You had to catch, I'm sorry. He gave up. And so, as she said, Yunus alayhi salam, he left. And when Yunus alayhi salam left, what began to happen to the city? What began to happen? Yes. Okay, drought, but what else? They saw something in the sky forming. There was some scary stuff happening. What happened? Yes. God got angry, yes, but what happened? What was happening to the clouds? What was the condition of the wind? Who can tell me? This prize is to be won. Come on, so many parents are allowed to answer too. Yeah. Storm, yeah, there was a storm, there was wind, there was tornadoes and things like that. And so, the people of Yunus alayhi salam's city, when they saw all this tornado and wind and storm, what did they do? Did they continue to worship idols? What did they do when they saw that the punishment is coming? Who can tell me? Come on, everyone's so quiet. You want to win prizes, right? What happened? You all know this during the March break. As someone who hasn't answered yet. Yes.
Sit in this line.
I only heard half the answer. I'm going to assume it's correct. MashaAllah. Okay, so when they saw the punishment, they decided to believe. They realized they have to change their ways. So they believed. But Yunus alayhi salam, he already left. And so where did Yunus alayhi salam go when he left his city? He boarded a what? What kind of vehicle did he board? Yes. A boat. Yes. He boarded a boat. I can take this. He boarded a boat. And so when Yunus alayhi salam was on this boat, was it a smooth ride the entire time? Yes or no? Who can tell me what happened? Yes. Stormy, boats shaking, all this stuff is happening. Where is the... Come. Sister in the thing. Remember, if someone raised their hand, you had to give the gift to them. The markers, just give it to her. Okay, so the ship began tossing and turning. It began thrashing in the waves. And so these sailors realized that they have to do what? There's too many people on this boat. What do they have to do? Yes. They need to throw someone off. Good. They need to throw someone off. And so, what did they do? What did they do to choose? They can't just throw anyone. They have to... Huh? Sorry, what did they do to someone who hasn't answered yet? Yes. They picked lots. MashaAllah, yes, they picked lots. So they drew lots, and the first time they drew the lot, whose name came up? Whose name loud? Whose name came up? I'm not hearing everyone. Whose name came up? Yunus' name. So they didn't want to throw him off. He's a righteous guy. So they did it again. For a second time, whose name came up? Prophet Yunus. And a third time, whose name came up? Prophet Yunus. So now he has to get thrown in the sea. So he jumps into the sea. And when he's in the sea, he gets... What happens? Who can tell me? Someone who has an answer. Everyone should know this. Okay, way at the back. He gets swallowed by a whale. I'm going to throw this in the corner. Sorry, whoops. Sorry. I missed. Yeah, so he got swallowed by a whale. A whale swallowed Prophet Yunus alayhi salam whole. And so in the belly of that whale, it's cold, it's dark, it's not a nice place. So did Yunus alayhi salam feel good about the decisions he made in the past? Yes or no? No. So what did he do when he was in the belly of the whale? What did he do, guys? Come on. Someone who hasn't... yes, black, yes. He prayed. He prayed and he made a special dua. Pass this to her. Now for the kids, maybe you know. What dua did he make? Whoever can tell me gets this very big, this game thing. What is the dua he made in Arabic? In Arabic, guys. In Arabic, not English. Yes. Okay, yes, sure. Okay, you know what? That's close enough. That's like half the dua. That's fine. It was La ilaha illa ant subhanak inni kuntu min al-zalimin. Now for these more adults, like, you know, wafer things, I'm gonna ask the adults who can translate what La ilaha illa ant subhanak inni kuntu min al-zalimin means. This is for the adults, not the kids. Who can translate? Unless a kid knows. If a kid knows, I'll give you like 5 prizes. Come on, the adults here. One of us knows. What is the meaning of La ilaha illa ant subhanak inni kuntu min al-zalimin? Come on, guys. Yes. Yeah, we need ghost town. We need quiet. We have limited time. We want to give all the prizes. Yes. That's half of it. What does the first half mean? Okay, what does La ilaha illa ant mean? Yes. There is no God except you. Pass that to him. Jazakallah khairan. Okay, we're running out of time, but after the adhan, we're going to continue asking questions. Is it time now? Okay, we have like 20. Okay, one more question. When Yunus alayhi salam made that dua, what happened? Did the whale swallow him and he died? What happened? What happened after he made that dua? Someone who hasn't answered. Anyone at the back hasn't answered? Someone who raise your hand if you have. Yes. The whale threw him out. The whale threw him out. Pass that through. The whale threw him out. And so the whale threw him out, and then he was able to recover because Allah allowed a tree to grow, and he replenished his health, and he went back to his people. And were his people still disbelievers or were they believers?
Believers.
So who can tell me? Yes, they were believers. MashaAllah. Give that to her. Raise your hand. They were believers. Inshallah, we're gonna have the adhan now, but after adhan, we're gonna keep on asking questions. Inshallah. Where's Rayyan? Go ahead. So yeah, please break your fast. Try to drink. My volunteer here to give you the gifts, and if you're on the brother side, I'll toss it to you, or you can come get it. Okay. What does the name Ar-Rahman mean? And please, if you haven't answered yet, I want to give priority to you. I'm gonna start picking people otherwise. What does Ar-Rahman mean? Yes, the most merciful. Good. Okay, what name of Allah in Arabic means the most forgiving? In Arabic, tough. Starts with ghain. Yes. That counts. That's close enough. That's one of them. Okay. What name of Allah means the Creator? Purple. Yes. Al-Khaliq. MashaAllah. Pass this to her. Okay, which prophet of Allah was tested with a very serious sickness that he could barely move, only his heart was working basically. What is his name? Someone who hasn't, yes. Ayub alayhi salam. MashaAllah, yeah. Okay, what is the meal that we eat before Fajr called in Ramadan? What is that called? Come on, everyone. Yes. Suhoor, good job. Catch. Okay, what night in Ramadan is better than 1,000 months? Someone who hasn't answered.
I have an answer.
Someone who hasn't answered. Green. Yes. Laylatul Qadr, mashallah. Big prize. Okay, which prophet was thrown into fire but he wasn't burned? Come on, someone who hasn't answered. There's so many. Yes, green here. Yes. No. Which prophet was thrown into fire but he had blue at the back? Ibrahim alayhi salam. Okay. Which prophet was known for understanding the language of the animals? All the jinn, all the animals. For this. Someone who hasn't. Blue. Sulaiman alayhi salam. Okay, now for this kinetic sand, very big prize. I think this will be maybe one of our last ones. Who can tell me 3 lessons or 3 things we can learn from the story of Yunus alayhi salam? One person has to tell me 3 things in a row. If you tell me 2, you're not. Sit down. 3 of them in a row. You can't just tell me 2. Okay, who wants to try? I prefer someone who hasn't answered yet. Someone who hasn't answered yet? Okay. Loud and clear. Yes, everyone needs to be quiet. They have to obey Allah. And have faith. Okay, I'll give you that one. One more. What was the last one? Sorry? He went in the way, okay, to obey Allah, to believe in, it is close enough, it's 3 things. A for effort, she tried, mashallah. Okay, we have a couple things left. When we break our fast at Maghrib, what is this meal called? If it's called suhoor, before Fajr, what is it called? Way at the back. Yes. Sorry? Iftar, mashallah. Okay, I don't know how much time do we have? 4 minutes? Okay. What is a dua that we say when we break our fast? There are a lot of them, but what is one of the duas in Arabic that we say? Your parents, I know, they tell you every time to say it. So let's see if you remember. Yes. MashaAllah, perfect. Flawless delivery of that, MashaAllah. Okay. What do Muslims, maybe another question. Okay, who can tell me another lesson they learned from the story of Yunus alayhi salam? Someone else. Something unique. Someone who hasn't answered. Yes. Yeah, you. To trust Allah. Okay, very good one. You can take a handful of this. Okay, now we've almost exhausted all the... We have exhausted all the prizes. Now, since I have a bunch of spare candy, 2 more questions left. Whoever answers this question, I'm going to give you a handful of candy. You have to share it with your friends. You have to, this person is going to be able to give it to everyone else. So who's going to answer the question? The question is, what does the name of Allah Ar-Razzaq mean? Whoever answers will be the candy distributor for this hand. Yes. The provider. So if you can pass this to her. Pass it to her. Okay, now from the brother's side, what does the name of Allah Al-Wadud mean? Al-Wadud. Yes. No, not the most merciful. Starts with L. The most L. Yes. The most loving. MashaAllah. Come take the rest of it. Jazakumullah khairan for everyone for attending. Just a reminder, next Friday, Sheikh Umar Next Friday, right, youth night? Next Friday, inshallah, we have a very big youth night. Huge amount of prizes. Today, a lot of people came late. I think people just didn't know there was an event today. Next Friday, all kids, you have to remind your parents that here, between Asr and Maghrib, there's a youth night. There's going to be more prizes. There's going to be a kahoot. Okay?